Hello, my name is Ottaviano, and I'm a second-year student at the University of Utah, and I'm currently majoring in ethnic studies and sociology. Thanks to the CESA Scholars Program this year, I've been able to participate in service learning in the Salt Lake community, specifically at Jackson Elementary. Jackson is a school in Salt Lake which is made up of 60% of Latina students. Part of the service learning that we do at CESA Scholars is that we go into these classrooms and help students who are bilingual. We help them both in Spanish and English, doing their language arts, their math, their social studies, and an important aspect of what we do beyond the subject matter is that we go into these classrooms to provide ourselves as a role model for these children so that they can see that college is something they can do, and college is something that people who look like them and are like them are currently doing. Personally, I think that working at Jackson has helped me understand better both my identity and my sense of social connectedness. Being in a classroom full of Latino students, when I first got there, I had all the expectations that society had set up for me. I had all the stereotypes. I thought these Latino students were going to be loud, noisy, disrespectful, messy, all over the place, disinterested in schoolwork. And so I went in there with that attitude, with that deficit mindset, yet those kids surprised me from day one. There were kids who were really interested in what they were doing, kids who cared about their education, kids who honestly believed in themselves. And that gave me a sort of cultural shock to see that for the first time in my life, that people who are Latinos like me, kids at that age specifically, care about school. They can succeed in school. And so it really, being there for this whole semester has given me a sense of pride, a sense of racial pride of seeing, people from my community doing so well in school and progressing so much. It makes me believe in my community that we can achieve and go beyond our limits. And it's really given me this pride in my identity of who I am and who these kids are. When it comes to social connectedness, I think that I've come to realize over the years that my education isn't just about myself. It isn't just about what I can do in my college for my own personal career and my own selfish needs, really. I've realized that every little bit of education that I can gain is to be used for helping others, for going back to the community where I came from and taking those resources, taking that knowledge and doing anything I can to help those who really need it. Being at Jackson, I realized that I can do that. It's not something that I am completely separated from. It's something that I can actively be doing throughout my academic career, and being there has reinforced that. An important concept from class that we discussed was the idea of the margins. The margins are a place that are both, it's a place that is both physical, abstract, and political. The margins is where we grew up. The margins is where we come from. The margins is a place that society tends to deem unfit or dangerous or unwanted. This can be our neighborhoods, our family, our culture. Those are all pertinent to the margins. I felt that through my service learning, I've been able to reclaim that space. A space that throughout my education I've been told that I should avoid, that I should run away from, a place that I shouldn't be a part of anymore, that I should try to erase from my life in order to succeed. But I've seen that going back into the margins, I've regained a sense of who I am and what my purpose is in life. Like I said earlier, it's taught me that my education is more than just me. It's about what I can do for others. An experience that I had while working at Jackson was with one of the girls from the 4th grade bilingual class. She's a particular case because unlike her peers, grew up in a home where English was the predominant language, even though she's Latina. And so on Spanish days, she tends to feel a bit left behind, as if she's not understanding the material as much. So she's kind of grown into this idea that she is incapable of learning another language, that she is somehow stupider than her classmates. And so what I've been trying to do is work with her closely this whole semester and try to really break down that notion that she, as a girl, and as a Latina girl, is stupid and cannot learn some material. I think that it's been just amazing to see how just putting yourself a little bit in a child's life can really change the way they think about things. Now when I talk to Isa, she used to be like a really quiet girl, really shy, really unsure about herself, but I've seen her grow throughout the year. I've seen how she is very proud of her work. She's become very, very excited about what she's doing. She is very open now. She is very friendly. She communicates well with her peers. She is mastering Spanish day by day. Even though if it's a struggle for her, she's still trying her best. And we've kind of formed this bond, this friendship between mentor and mentee that I think has been nourishing for both of us, because she has seen how she has progressed and she's been proud of it. Being at Jackson, I think, has also helped me realize that in order to tackle a lot of the issues that we're going through in society when it comes to bridging the education gap, facing racism, the income inequality that we're experiencing in the country, I realized that we have to be able to openly talk about these issues and be able to candidly and openly dialogue about them. I know that by being able to speak directly to the kids and be able to see what they're struggling with and be actively trying to help them figure out how to solve a lot of their day-to-day issues, me along with them, I feel like we've had this sense of self-healing, really. This idea that by just being open about what we're dealing with, we're able to heal ourselves. I know that one of the good experiences I've had at the school was when the teacher told me to share my story with them about the way I've had to deal with poverty and the issues I've dealt with within my own education. It was by sharing my story, I was really able to connect with a lot of the kids, and they were able to see that I was a person they could trust because I went through a lot of the same problems they're going through in their own families. So it was a way for us to trust each other and help each other heal.